part of a vision board was like to get braces.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're achieving that.
Oh, you do. What the fuck, JM? Sorry. Sorry, no one noticed.
Okay.
Very eyes, guys. Very eyes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the USQ-FSA podcast, USQ-FSA Unplugged. Today, Xander cannot be joining us, but we are...
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to Xander.
He'll be next episode.
Aw.
Anyway, so we'd like to introduce our new co-host. This is my fiance, Kate Regera.
Yep.
And tell us a
A little bit
about
myself.
yourself.
Okay, so my name is Kate Regera, and I'm actually one of the executive members at USQ-FSA. So I'm a guidance and consulting officer. And today I'm going to be here.
JM, you have to get your hand off the top of the mic. It's going to cause scratchy.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so yeah, thank you for the introduction, babe.
Okay, no worries.
Alright, we lit. So I'm going to let Kate host this episode today. Isn't that
Okay,
cool? Let me just get my water real quick.
all right.
Yeah, you go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, today we're going to be looking at taking the most popular personality test, which is the 16 personalities by Myers Briggs. Yeah. We're just going to take the time to actually take the test, and then we'll let you know the result. Yeah.
I guess we can stop the footage. Thank you, Jan. Okay, and we're back, everyone. Hello.
After that, I don't know, half a minute, 30-second time lapse of us doing the test,
Yeah.
we've actually gone and have the results now. So,
Yeah.
who would like to go first and actually reveal the results?
I guess I can go first because you two are the same.
Okay.
All right. So, according to my thingy, I am a ENFPT or campaigner, but I've taken this test like 6 million times. I also get the mediator, and I agree more with mediator. But as of right now, I'm a campaigner. Anyway, so campaigner is extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and prospecting, and turbulent, all that good stuff. Lit. You guys want to go next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah. So I've actually got the same result as.
You're a bit closer.
Sorry. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, it's
Cut.
Okay. Okay, so me and JM have the same personality type, and I actually knew this from the beginning because just the way he presented himself to me, I just kind of figure out that we would have the same kind of personality. So mine is called the protagonist. It's ENFJA, assertive. So it's more extroverted, intuitive, feeling, judging, and assertive. What about you, JM?
Actually, I've pretty much got the same thing. It's a protagonist ENFJA as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, it goes on to like what I don't know what they there's percentages in these things that I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Jam, it looks like you're a bit far from the mic.
Am I a bit far from the mic?
Hold on. Try speaking.
Hello?
Okay, now go a little bit. Just a little
Yeah.
distance.
Hello?
I don't know. Babe, how does it sound on your feed?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Does Jam sound
Sounds
fine?
I don't know. We could just amplify it.
Yeah.
If it's not that good. But
I guess just vocalize your voice a little bit more. That's about it.
Probably make it a bit louder.
I'll start talking like this.
Yeah, because if you look at these levels are more equal with like mine. So that's me speaking, and you speak now.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. That's a better volume. All
Right.
right.
Do you hear me clearly? Okay. A sound person as well. She's co-host / sound person.
Also, before we get into like the whole personality test, I'm actually gonna talk about Kate's role. So Kate is the guidance and consulting officer of the FSA.
Yeah.
So much trouble picking
Hey.
So many good choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had like a shit ton of names, bro. We got like we called her like the executive support officer.
Yeah.
On but like that kind of sounds too vague. So, and then guidance and consulting officer.
Yeah.
Lit.
Yeah, that's more of my area.
Exactly. And it sounds more kind of sounds more badass in a way.
Yeah, that's facts.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
It sounds like a position that we really need. Like it's so it has to be there.
You consult people we kill.
Right, okay.
So I'm going to say this for the first time this episode. The values and beliefs of my colleague here does not reflect the values and beliefs of the FSA. And we're off.
Alrighty.
Censorship City. I always said this episode I wasn't going to swear as much. So we good. We good.
Really good.
You better.
Yeah, that's better than like if we remember the last few episodes.
Because we're trying to get sponsored, so we can't be keeping the whole beep thing, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes, sir.
through YouTube policy,
Yeah.
it's only I think the first half a minute to a minute,
Oh, true.
and then you can swear. But
I'm still keep it down because we got like kids watching.
Exactly. Gotta set the example. You know?
That's facts. That's facts. All right. Let's get back into the personality thing.
Okay.
Hi, babe. You want to lead this now?
Well,
I'm handing it to you.
I thought you might want to introduce your personality type first because you started it.
My bad. I guess I'm still leading. All right. So, a campaigner. He has this little SJW looking thing on the front.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the. Let's see. Campaigners are true free spirits, outgoing, open-hearted, and open-minded. With their lively, upbeat approach to life, they stand out in any crowd, but even though they can be the life of the party, campaigners don't just care about having a good time. These personality types run deep, as does their longing for meaningful connection with other people. Like, I said I identify more with mediator, but like there are things like this that
identifies you as well.
Because I don't like being friends with just anybody, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, Jordan and I are not friends.
I hate JS. I want to be president! Just joking. I can't even be president. I'm not a
You're
student.
talking too much now. I'm kidding.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, okay, you're talking too close to the microphone.
Oh, my bad. It's clipping like real bad.
This is going to be fun to edit.
Yeah.
True. No, just keep it. Like, good for Spotify. I don't know, bro.
Okay, well.
What else?
Yeah, what else is there?
Because you're the expert in this stuff because you introduced it to me. So tell me, ask me some questions about it. I just try to look for it.
Okay, well, why don't you tell us your strengths and your weaknesses?
That's it. Yeah.
You were my thing, where I am.
And let's see if they're accurate.
I'm not really familiar with mediator as well. Maybe you can explain what mediator, because as Kate has previously stated, not in the podcast, that she's previously stated that you are kind of like both mediator and campaigner.
Yeah.
So
because it depends on how depressed I am.
I think that's just the harsh reality.
So when I'm in a good place, I'm a campaigner. Yeah. When I'm in on the moon.
I think I would agree with that.
Well.
I would agree with that. That's absolutely.
All right, bro. So strengths of the campaigner is curious, perceptive, enthusiastic, excellent communicator, which is not true. I'm not. You.
Well, is that a turbulent or assertive?
Oh, I'm turbulent as well.
Okay, well that says it all.
Yeah. What do you mean?
That means you have low confidence in communication.
Lit.
I mean,
that's lit.
I mean, we've done stuff like recruit people. You talk with them. You do.
Yeah, but it's fake.
Huh?
It's fake.
No, at least you tried your best.
Cause like I gotta do some soul searching to find that like hypeness to like reach out to people. Cause like I don't know, part of me feels like they're gonna say no anyway. But like if they say yes, it's cool. Then it worked out. So it's just like risk taking. But like I ain't confident, bro. And then the campaigner weaknesses is people pleasing, unfocused, disorganized, and overly accommodating, overly optimistic, and restless. So the one I don't agree with is people pleasing,
People-pleasing.
because I really
Totally disagree with that.
don't care about people that much.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I really don't.
I
But
agree that you
everything else,
Yeah,
I
resonate with that.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
hate you. I'm just joking, man. I love you so much, Jam.
Now.
No. A lot of it's true. Like overly
Yeah.
accommodating, I guess, can be a little true. Depends on like what you mean, because like
Extremely disorganized.
that's
Yes.
true. That's true. I'm very disorganized. But I spent all day setting it up. You know? Like,
Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah.
so it depends. It depends, like if I'm into it or not. Then I'll actually.
But
be
most of the
organized.
time, disorganized.
Yeah, that's why I got focused from. That's why I got.
I wholeheartedly agree with
Agree.
that statement.
You have to be
unfortunately.
realistic.
No, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
Overly optimistic. That's true. But like at the same time, it's good
Yeah, it's good.
because I want to be rich.
I think so.
That's right. Yeah. I real it. Okay, what else? What else you want?
Weakness.
Weaknesses.
Oh wait,
that was
is
the
a weakness.
weaknesses.
Wow, you think I got more weaknesses, Jam?
No.
Okay. What was
You're
your strengths
weak.
again? What was your strengths again?
You're not actually weak, Jam. All right. So the
Good
strengths
natured.
were curious, perceptive, enthusiastic, excellent communicator, festive, good-natured. Yeah,
Good night. Good.
good-natured.
I thought you were going to
Natured.
question good nature. The good nature.
I said good natured. I was like,
Good-natured.
I'm good nature.
I feel like I'm
You
good-natured.
not raised you properly.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
yeah.
You turn out good.
It's foreign.
Ooh.
I don't know what
Okay,
I meant by forest, actually.
What else have you got there on the other tab?
Other type, romantic relationships.
Romantic
friendships.
relationship.
Ooh.
Okay. What about? Okay.
Do you want to go one by one too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This is actually an infomercial now. It's not a podcast anymore. No, actually, this is very interesting stuff. Actually.
Hello, my name is Jordan, and today we're going to be talking about your personality. And romantically, I fan the flames. It legit says it here. I'm fanning,
that's it.
fanning the flames. So,
Okay.
let's have a look at the little quotey quote.
Mm.
In a world of dating games and rules, campaigners' willingness to throw caution to the wind can be a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
What caution, though, bro?
I
Mm.
don't know. That's not for.
I don't know.
Actually, no. That's a question. Not for me.
Yeah. Well, let's see. When campaigners are interested in someone, they rarely hold back.
Mhm.
People with this personality type tend to fall in love easy and they fall hard. Campaigners shower their new flame with affection, trusting that the devotion and passion that they feel are real. Optimists at heart, campaigners are undaunted by the practical challenges and inconveniences of a new partnership. This might explain why they generally don't shy away from long distance relationships in their minds. Physical distance is no match for the power of true love. Rather than focusing on potential issues, campaigners sink into the joys of relationships, honeymoon stage, and constantly looking for ways to prove their dedication and delight to their partner. For better or for worse, not everyone can match this personality type's adore and intensity. Some people just need more space, whether physical, emotional, or both. If their partner's enthusiasm seems to match their own, campaigners might find themselves feeling insecure or needy. And when the flames of romance start to flicker or wane, as happens in nearly every long-term relationship, campaigners might worry that their devotion has been misplaced and that the match isn't meant to be after all. Oh my god.
We're just gonna cut that.
Why didn't you face the other way? I mean,
I'm probably just gonna cut that and show it at the end. This is what happened.
why did you face this way? That's what I don't get. Like, this is where the people.
Yeah, you could have fixed it.
Exactly.
My bad. Oh my god, I pulled my neck doing that.
Oh gosh. Right now, we're just gonna need a medical assistance now.
You're a nurse.
No, not. What are you? Not yet. I'm a student nurse.
I guess
Shouldn't, yeah.
I feel like this relates more to me when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, how would you say, Kate? Do you agree with the statement?
I
there?
totally agree, especially when he was younger, yeah. The first time we kind of like, yeah.
but I was also
Been in
in
that
long distance
relationship.
relationships when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when they were talking about the long distance thing, it's like, okay, but I don't believe in them anymore.
You don't believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, especially COVID, bro.
Yeah, actually.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Lit.
So the longest relationship you've had was with me?
Yeah.
And for how long is that?
Well.
This is a test now.
So it's 2022 right
How
now.
long is
So
2020.
We're advancing.
oh damn! It's not 2022 yet. Ah.
Someone's excited.
Check yourself.
So we've been looking for a little bit.
Alright, so
Yeah.
back to the test.
Back to
the
test.
test. Yeah. Okay. What else?
No, back like to her testing. How many years? That's what I meant. Like she asked you how many years now
Okay, so
for
to get us in stunning thing.
We're not. We're using our brain this time.
No. Well, how about I test
Not a
you?
mouse.
How long have we been in this class? Yeah. Do you know?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you know it. I was testing you. Good work, Jim. Good. Good setup. Good setup. That's right.
this is why president, vice president.
Yeah, that's right. It's organized.
Okay.
How about mediator? Like, how would you?
But mediator is so much more relatable to me.
Yeah.
Because you kept on saying, like we were discussing it on how you were both like oscillating between mediator and campaigner, but you relate more to mediator.
To mediate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like-
I'm not really familiar with mediator.
Yeah.
Well, in the short time that you know me, let me read it to you, see if you agree.
Okay.
Alright, let's go. Hold on, give me a sec.
Then after this one,
What the heck? I'm so lost, bro. Oh, here we go. Why did it take me to the end? I looked it up and it took me to the last tab. I was like, okay. So, although they may seem quiet or unassuming, so that's not really relatable. Mediators have vibrant, passionate inner lives, creative and imaginative. They happily lose themselves in daydreams, which is true. Because
Yeah.
I dream about being a trillionaire a
yeah,
lot.
that's right.
They happily they happily lose inventing all sorts of stories and conversations in their minds. This sounds like schizophrenia.
No, schizophrenia is when voices tell
Yeah.
you things,
Yeah.
but you make them though. It's like you're imagining things.
Oh, like playing
Yeah.
schizophrenia.
But you know how we.
Oh my goodness.
I see.
I'm probably gonna have to bleep that out. It's kind of like when we start to just like bounce off each other when we're joking around. We're like, making all these scenarios up. So yeah, definitely.
But it's easy for me to bounce off you because you have the same personality as my fiance.
That's kind of true.
It's actually really easy. No, like
Yeah.
you too. Yeah. But anyway, let's keep going. Idealistic and empathetic, mediators long for deep, soulful relationships, and they feel called to help others, but because this personality type makes up such a small portion of the population, mediators may sometimes feel lonely or invisible. Oh, yeah, like when you guys interrupt me during my jokes.
I'm so sorry.
Adrift in a world that doesn't seem to appreciate the traits that make them unique. Let's see. Mediators share a sincere... Was it disgusting when I did that? Because you have the headphones in.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, that's good.
That's fine.
Because I don't want it to clip and then like have it in the official audio. Mediators share
it out.
Mediators share a sincere curiosity about the depths of human nature, introspective to the core. They exquisitely attuned to their thoughts and feelings, but they yearn to understand. I turned my face.
Good job.
Okay. But they yearn to understand the people around them as well. Mediators are compassionate and non-judgmental.
Not hard.
I'm passionate.
Yeah, you're passionate.
But I'm very judgmental.
Yes. I mean, it's not like you're gonna be. That's why you oscillate between campaigner and mediator.
Yeah. I'll be honest though. I feel like there's no such thing as a non-judgmental person. It's just who vocalizes it and who doesn't.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Everybody
Yeah.
got thoughts, bro.
I feel like, you vocalize it when
I'm just very
you speak your mind kind of thing, but you can be non-judgmental as well.
and I don't
but-
even think I mean it half the time. I feel like it's just funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. When someone opens up to them and turns to them for comfort, they feel honored to listen and be of help. I do like
That's
helping.
absolutely right.
Oh, the main thing in this is empathy, and I empathize a lot with people.
Yeah.
It's not whites. I'm just joking.
Okay.
Also
I'm
joking.
gonna have to
You got it.
again
Okay.
and say
So
this. the values and beliefs of my family. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Okay.
So this is where I truly relate. Okay.
Okay.
Few things make mediators more uneasy than pretending to be someone they aren't. Which is true. This is why I'm really against like the whole like wannabe white Asians. You know,
Yeah.
it makes me so uneasy.
That makes sense.
It makes me so angry.
I think there's gonna be every episode. There's gonna be a mention of
wannabe white Asians. With that,
I don't know. I mean, I don't really care. You be you.
with their sensitivity and their commitment to authenticity, people with this personality type tend to crave opportunities for creative self-expression. The podcast. It comes as no surprise then that many famous mediators are poets, writers, actors, and artists.
Yeah.
They can't help but muse about the meaning and purpose of life, dreaming of all sorts of stories, ideas, and possibilities along the way.
Well, technically, the podcast did come from you. The idea of having a podcast and just chatting
really?
around. Yeah, I think so. When we went to Japanese gardens.
Oh yeah, because we were talking about drugs.
Yeah,
And they were like, "This is a good podcast.
It's a good topic.
Okay.
And then I think you were the main motivator to get that happening, and here we are.
Yeah.
See, this is why these two are the protagonists. they encourage my toxic
Right.
behavior. Anyway, let's move on to you guys.
That was actually a perfect segue.
Okay.
Do you want to explain our personality?
I just felt really selfish. Just speaking about myself the whole time. My bad, guys.
No, it's fine. Absolutely fine. All right. So let's move on to the protagonist personality type. Okay. So.
You're kind of clipping it.
Oh, sorry.
Just move a bit further.
Further. Okay.
We're not perfect, guys. We'll make mistakes in the audio.
Oh gosh.
We'll learn.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Better.
Okay. Protagonists feel called to serve a greater purpose in life, thoughtful and idealistic. These personality types strive to have a positive impact on other people and the world around them. They rarely shy away from an opportunity to do the right thing, even when doing so is far from easy. Do you want to read the next one, Jay?
Sure.
Yeah.
So protagonists are born leaders, which explains why these personalities can be found among many notable politicians, coaches, and teachers. Their passion and charisma allow them to inspire others not just in their careers, but in every arena of their lives, including their relationships. Few things bring protagonists a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment than guiding friends and loved ones to grow into their best selves.
Yeah.
And
See, I really agree on that for you guys.
Mm.
Because, like, bro, Jam be doing the right thing all the time.
Do I?
Yeah.
Doing the right thing.
Yeah, the biggest difference between, like, you and me, I feel, you're doing things by how it should be, right?
Yeah.
It's good. And so do you as well, man.
Yeah, I feel like I totally agree with this one, especially with saying born leaders, because JM actually, he's a president and he stood up to be a president, to become a president.
Yeah.
And while for me, I'm a leader, but I don't want to be seen or like kind of like, I guess more altruistic or more selfless in a way, because like
Actually, yeah, I kind of agree.
yeah. I like to work behind the scene. I'd rather, but I would like to be a leader, but I don't want to be like. I guess that's the difference between. I don't know. Is that how you feel as well?
The same because,
Yeah.
like at the time when we were trying to, figure out who's gonna be. I really didn't want to be
A president as well.
As you both know,
Yeah.
I hesitated quite a bit because I was like, I like helping behind the scenes, like not. I don't want.
not to
I don't
be
want
at
that.
the
We were
front,
doing
yeah.
that for a while, though.
Yeah, I know. Like I didn't want that glory or like that credit. I want that for the people
For
that
people,
are actually
yeah.
like helping us because that can
Yeah.
just I want to help. I guess for me it's just I want to help people be their best selves. Yeah, and that's why I kind of hesitated with the title of president because I didn't want.
Absolutely.
I wanted to say, you can do this. I know you can.
Yeah.
Come on, little buddy.
Yeah, let's go. You can do it.
Yeah. Totally. Totally.
And like even now that I'm in the title, I still like try and even though I have to be the main representative. Some like
But
most of the time.
but it's good that you had, the courage to actually be the face, be the front person of the association, despite
man.
of not preferring this kind of
yeah,
role.
Well,
It's a bit of both.
I don't know.
Is it a bit of both, or
Huh?
would you say it's a bit of both?
Well, probably. Yeah. I mean, I don't really think highly of myself.
No, of course not.
Yeah, I kind of just like think of myself. Yeah, I'm just another normal guy. And then when I look at someone else, I'm like, oh, they're doing amazing things.
Yeah,
It's really good.
absolutely.
Okay, that's what I
You mean Uncle Rob?
Yeah.
Because he has inside the talent release.
Do you mean Uncle?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Uncle Top. Sorry, Uncle Top.
Yeah.
We'll call him. Yeah.
Uncle
Call him.
But
That's just too obvious. I still remember.
Okay.
I did mention the plans of doing something like this.
we gotta mix a little bit in like the bird.
So
The bird.
it's gonna. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to like skip over a little bit. I mean, that person. Would you say maybe because another person that might be a guest in the podcast in the future, when he did his,
Yeah.
it came out as what was his commander, I think.
Yes. Yeah, the
Commander, and where we did discuss that some things were kind of similar to this other person that.
Well, that's why they hate each other. Because if you don't know this, I heard this from one of the podcasts, the Genius Brain podcast, is that when you usually dislike somebody, it's because you see similar attributes in them as you see in yourself.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything. No comment on this matter.
Okay, let's keep going with this one. Speak up for what's right. Protagonists tend to be vocal about their values, including authenticity and altruism. When something strikes them as unjust or wrong, they speak up, but they rarely come across as brash or pushy, as their sensitivity and insight guide them to speak in ways that resonate with others. These personality types have an uncanny ability to pick up on people's underlying motivations and beliefs. At times, they may not even understand how they come to grasp another person's mind and heart so quickly. These flashes on insight can make protagonists incredibly persuasive and inspiring communicators. Would you agree with that?
Am I like that? Nah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. Okay, yeah, I do agree with you because you are very persuasive.
Is it dependent on the turbulent and the assertive?
Yeah, assertive is when you're more, I guess, confident in this particular area.
Wouldn't, like, relate to everything.
I guess less assertive, but I wouldn't
What's your
say
percentage?
he's turbulent, but he's
Wait
just
for me.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
as less assertive.
Oh, it's lost now. I could do it again.
No, it's just in the tab.
Oh wait, there's the results.
Oh my God.
So it says, what are we doing? Assertiveness is 68%.
Okay, so you're mostly assertive, but like it's still balanced.
It's still,
Yeah.
it's still a little bit.
Okay, so my understanding with this one is like, being able to still get your point across without,
Without being like aggressive or something like that?
yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I can definitely agree.
Yeah, because
being...
James never aggressive, bro. James,
I mean,
Winnie the Pooh, cuddly boy.
Just flashbacks in me, Kuya Rick, trying to discuss something.
That's true. It did get a little heated.
But
absolutely. I feel that way too. When
exactly. Yeah.
and we still have our point of
Kuya Rick, you are. Oh, what? What's that? Movie recording has stopped. Why? Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
It clipped that. That's perfect.
Okay, that's good.
Hey everyone, we're back. Sorry, the camera
Sorry
cut
about
off for
that.
some reason. I don't want my camera no more, bro.
So
We're talking about how annoying Kuya Rick is.
No.
we're talking
I
about
love you so much. I'm so sorry,
assertiveness.
Kuya Rick. My bad.
We're talking about assertiveness.
Assertiveness, that's right. So JM, 68% assertiveness, still balanced between turbulent and assertive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And what would you think for you, Kate? Like,
Sorry, my bad.
sorry. Just that kind of took me out of the wall. Yeah, but so what do you think for assertiveness? Would you think that you're probably going to be a higher percentage?
I don't know.
Yeah, what are
like,
you? Check
really.
your results again. See if you're
I think it was 76.
76 or higher.
76% what?
Assertiveness.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like trying to think now because well, we're gonna have an executive meeting next week,
Oh, yes.
and I'm just trying to think from our previous executive meetings
Yeah.
how we discuss things with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Like Kate, yeah, I can agree fully with Kate and I trying not like doing our best not to be aggressive while
Yeah.
getting our point across because
Yeah.
sometimes there's points where
Create tension.
yeah, there's tensions, and I feel like I want to avoid that. You probably feel that as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
you want
absolutely.
you want everyone to be the same page,
Yeah.
no tension, and no, no. I forgot the word now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no tension or any conflict actually happening between, because we want to be at the end of the day when it comes to this is an association, we're a team. We're a family, and it will be inevitable that sometimes we will probably we will clash and sometimes fight.
But we clash with Queer every day.
I feel like
It's not that when we clash though with Pierre, it's not that bad.
It's not serious.
It's not. It's just serious.
It's like dealing with an old man.
I was gonna sugarcoat it.
I love you, Queer.
I was gonna sugarcoat it, but sometimes just because misinterpretation of the information that was given. That's what we need to discuss with them, like.
Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of related to this one as well that I'm about to read. It says that protagonists are genuine, caring people who talk the talk and walk the walk. Nothing makes them happier than motivating other people to do what's right. So kind of like, just be goal-oriented, like making sure that we're, on the right track rather than, because sometimes in a meeting we could be overwhelmed with the information and with the amount of humor and all that. It's just hard to get back to the track again. And
actually, I think you do that more than me though in meetings because I feel like Jordan and I just stray off.
That's true.
That's because you're a little boy.
that little joke in me just comes out. But you do that. You get us on track, and I thank you for that.
Oh no!
That's what
I guess
we got
that's
2 women in the group, man.
No, that's just a guiding thing. Responsibility. Guidance and consulting.
Exactly.
Officer. That's just kind of my role to just make sure that they're doing the right thing, and then the president, obviously he's doing the right thing, but I guess he could be distracted sometimes, and that's why we have the guidance
Sometimes
council.
we can't.
Exactly.
This may be sexist, but it's true. Subjectively.
Okay.
What's it?
I watched this show called like JK News, and recently has become a real sausage fest.
Sausage fest. What do you mean by sausage fest?
It's just dicks. I'm just joking.
Oh, right.
So like the show has mainly just become like guys in the show. It's not that fun to watch anymore.
Okay.
But when there were women's in the show,
Yeah.
it was a lot nicer because like they were on track with the story. But now they just be talking about crypto and all that.
Oh, cryptocurrency.
and then like just getting off track. It's like I feel like guys just have like the tendency to just joke around more.
Actually, I kind of do agree.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from
experience. Like especially like when it was just like me, JM, and like Queer Rick meeting up. Jokes all around, just talking about Queer Rick's dick, bro.
Exactly.
But now
I remember when we were trying to prepare spring rolls for the mass. Queer Rick on that day was trying to prepare the program, and we couldn't. We were just talking about his dick.
Oh my gosh!
I have to bleep that out.
Do I have to know this?
No, but like when you're around,
Okay.
the dick's to a minimum.
Exactly. You behave more.
We're on track.
Guidance and counsel.
We're on track, but
That's
the dick's in our
right.
peripheral vision.
But I was very competitive. I was doing it straight away. Like as soon as I got there, I was like, "Gotta get this done."
Because we were at the
Set example.
we were at the hall for like 12 hours. So of course you want to go.
Yeah.
The thing is though, for that event, I didn't expect everyone to just leave and because we were rehearsing. I thought they would have to
To help
with the
them.
setup, and then they just disappeared.
Yeah.
So not
I mean,
only
they
did
did go
they,
to Costco to buy some stuff,
Yeah.
but I thought
they don't need that much people to go to Costco.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of true because it was just the three of us.
And we
in
got
Costco
we got a lot of things done.
We did.
Just the three of us. Oh my god, bro. I
Yeah.
feel like people just need like excuses to justify their job. You know?
Okay, well, let's get back to
Okay.
track.
Let's
Again.
get down to business.
Okay, let's look at the strengths and weaknesses of the
right.
protagonist.
Hmm.
Okay, let's start from weaknesses. Okay, so the first one is unrealistic. Would you like to read that one, Jaya?
Unrealistic. Okay. Many protagonists put pressure on themselves to right every wrong that they encounter, but no matter how hard these personalities strive, it just isn't realistic for them to solve all of the world's problems. If they aren't careful, they can spread themselves too thin and be left unable to help anyone. I think for that, I think I think I would probably agree with that. I kind of worry sometimes that I've done. Well, I try to like resolve like wrong things, but I think it's where
It's relatable.
It's relatable.
Yeah.
It's kind of me,
Yeah.
and I put unrealistic pressure on me as well,
Yeah.
and that can sometimes be too stressful.
Yeah, I would agree as well with this one because sometimes I dream too big and it could be overwhelming for me, and I thought I could do it all by myself, but then I actually can't and I need help. Things like that. It's just relatable.
Yeah, it's relatable, isn't it?
Yeah, overly idealistic is the second one. Protagonists tend to have clear ideas about what's right and what's wrong. They often think that everyone shares these fundamental principles, or at least that everyone should share these principles. So it can come as a genuine shock to protagonists when people violate their core values, such as truth or justice. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I do. I do. Like, does that mean that you guys think kind of black and white, or unlike certain things?
I mean, I do. Yeah, well, I've got like a sense of what I think, what I believe is.
I guess, having a strong sense of what we believe.
So that means that
it's not black and white.
you guys lean more towards believing that what you believe is right is definitely right, which is not a bad thing.
I mean,
I guess it's just having the strong confidence.
Yeah,
rather than
our confidence in your beliefs.
Yes,
exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing now.
Yeah,
it sounded like I was like kind of being, I wasn't trying to be mean.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Totally.
No, that's good to be confident in what you believe in.
Yeah, exactly. See, now it's coming out. Idealistic.
Yeah, but it come across as, but then it's subjective as well. Yeah. So it can come across as something too much for some people.
Okay.
Like, if you are, for example, evangelizing, which I did, evangelizing and sharing the word of God, people might think that, oh, you're a hardcore Christian.
Throwback to the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
What's your denomination of Christianity?
Oh, that's a heavy question.
Throwback to episode 3.
I would say
Like 2.
Leaning more towards Pentecostal, but it's not really. You don't really kind of belong to a particular box, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, just thinking now. I was thinking what denomination.
You and I both said that we don't belong to a dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think for most of my life I practiced Pentecostal Christian.
What's Pentecostal? I'm like so clueless about this.
I think Pentecostal is just like the basic one. So like most people do.
And Christian.
So what? Okay.
Yeah.
So many denominations.
I know.
Yeah.
And they are card full. Sorry, Molly.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, dude.
Alright. So,
everybody, we're back!
We're back after being ridiculously interrupted by the camera.
By the way, if you're watching the podcast right now and you notice the drop in quality, this is the reason.
That's the reason why.
I put it to 720 at 50 frames per second.
Guys, humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings.
We're going to improve.
Wait till we get $1 million. Aye.
I mean, you can see the personality test shining through all of us right now.
Yeah. Okay, so to continue on from what we were talking about, what were we on?
Yeah, what were we on?
Overly idealistic.
That's right.
I have to. Oh, yeah.
Do you want to move on to the third one? Yeah.
Okay, so condescending.
Oh.
Wow.
People with this personality type enjoy.
Why are you guys so
others,
condescending?
particularly about the causes and beliefs that matter so much to them. But at times, protagonists' attempts to enlighten others may come across as patronizing. Not the most effective strategy for persuading other people, unfortunately. For that, I could probably agree. For me,
Why are you condescending, Dale?
I mean, no, just in the teaching part, because I do like teaching others when I'm at work. But when I'm I currently work at KFC. So I like teaching others, and do I bring it to the association? Do you think?
No.
No, I just keep it there.
Yeah, because more like, so it's just saying that it's condescending on the outside to other people, but like really, or you guys are just trying to just help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because
Oh Jesus! I forgot to plug in the audio.
For goodness sake!
I'm not beginning.
The most disorganized person.
Hold on, we're coming back. Mic testing mic. Okay, 1, 2, 3, testing mic. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
That's why he wasn't picking up. Okay.
Okay, if you tap your mic. Okay, tap it. Tap it hard on. Okay, we're good. We're back. All right, everybody.
We're back.
Welcome to the FSA. I feel so bad because I was listening real well.
Yeah, I was talking about it, and then I looked at the computer, and then I saw. Why didn't you say anything earlier? Because you realized at the same time I did. So as I looked at it, I was like, there's something wrong. Because of my eyes are blurry, I didn't know what code it was. And then you filled it up, and then I immediately recognized it.
Yeah, but what's worse? This is my peripheral. This is right in front of you.
That's a distance away.
No.
Blurry vision.
You're right.
Well, at least you guys noticed it, but I was clueless.
Why didn't you look? Aren't you meant to keep us on track, women?
I mean, I was trying to.
The size of the women.
Because we were talking about earlier how KP keeping us on track while we're joking and all that.
Well, I was still keeping everyone on track.
So
back
to the FSA podcast.
Would you think you'd agree, like for you, like the condescending part, like the teaching?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I could definitely come across as somehow superior.
Actually, no. Okay, it's a funny thing because remember once we were practicing.
Yeah.
No, me in the piano situation, where like you just started to like teach me, and then I felt like. Okay, Mom.
Yeah.
I think I could actually definitely.
Yeah, because I think it's the passion. Like when you do have that passion, you really do wanna help or wanna.
That really is why you two are similar. All right, so quick story.
Yeah.
For 1 week away from our performance, Jay volunteers to play piano. He can't play piano. and then Kate. Who's not even our secretary, like, okay, I'll do the poster. And she's like, oh my god, they're like unrealistically expecting her to like create every logo and all that shit. My god, they're like throwing things at her. And then she's like, okay. So you two take on challenges even though it's hella unrealistic.
I think that comes up the overly
idealistic shit. But like for me, I'd be like, hell no, bitch. I am doing that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You learned piano in 1 week, my god, Jay.
Yeah, that was actually impressive.
JM's piano skills in 1 week is better than like My mom and you trying to teach me
Yeah.
combined over the course of like 21 years. That's
It's actually I would say it's actually the quickest
it's quick as learner, bro.
learner I've ever come across when I was teaching piano.
Instruments are just hard. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like my twin sister, she's musically inclined, and I taught her that specific, chords and music, but she was picking it up not as fast as you did though, but she was picking it up like quite good. But she's already had that background and she's been playing with me for a long time. And considering you actually have you played in a band before, like a music band? See, you didn't have that. You didn't have that kind of background.
Well, yeah, we're choir, but I never played in any instruments. I was in the.
Yeah, there you go. That's actually really impressive. I'm gonna take that credit.
I don't.
There you go, the protagonist.
Why, but whenever I don't know why it's just me. Whenever I receive like a compliment or something, so I'm just like, stop.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, your head's in your neck. Oh,
I feel you. I feel like it's more like a genuine kind of, responsibility and commitments. You're not doing it out of, because you had to do it, but more like because you're doing it because you're passionate about it. And you have your heart on it. Kind of thing. Yeah.
Stop going over the fact that this wasn't something. I'm just traumatized by that.
What's that?
Okay. What else? What else? Personality-wise.
Okay, intense when it comes to self-improvement. Protagonists are rarely short in energy or determination, but they may not recognize that not everyone shares these qualities. At times, protagonists may push others to make changes that they aren't ready for or simply aren't interested in making in the first place. What do you think, JM?
I think I stand guilty, probably.
Okay, I think I totally agree with this one because I want to share a little bit about this one. But like, if we have another podcast episode with me, I would like to talk about a little bit about
because literally we're talking about it. Like, tonight.
personal growth and personal development, and then how I actually.
Actually, sorry to interrupt you there. We could probably title this is gonna be like a special. We could probably title this episode as a personality special.
Yeah.
And the next episode with Kate is gonna be another special episode.
But she's gonna show up in multiple episodes.
Yeah, she will, but she will. But they can be special episodes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Doesn't have to be special.
We can call this segment "Counseling with Kate."
Why?
You're a counselor, babe.
Okay.
Intense.
All right. So, what I was gonna say is that so I always have that goals. Like I always have vision notebook, a vision board, and like I write things down, and I make sure that I achieve them. I actually have the app as well, and I've achieved like 5 major things that had happened this year. And I'm gonna share that on Facebook after the end of the year, just to see how much I've achieved like within this year. Yeah, and then that's a big thing for me because I'm very like intense in this kind of things, like achieving goals and making your dreams come true. And that I forget about, not everyone thinks the same, and it may work for me but may not work for other people. Because so like people will struggle with self-identity, for example, right? I struggle with myself, but the way I did it was because I was seeking for like, okay, so the positive things, about, how could I better myself? And then I listed them down, and I encourage myself, I motivate myself, I put them in a, visual format where I could see it every day. And then I tried doing that in counseling as well. I encourage the children to do the same thing. But then they don't have the motivation to actually, write things down or decorate it the way I did. So I was very intense into that, that aspect. But then it didn't work for other people because they didn't think the same way I did.
I agree. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
I understand. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Why did I say I agree? I'm not even a counselor.
You can still be agreeing.
That's understandable. But yeah, because we're all different, and sometimes we really don't share the same, like, I don't know, like drive or to
Yeah.
do, so yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it was something to do with me being overly organized or like being a woman. I don't know if that's a thing or yeah.
It's got
Or it could be because like I've tried it with the other girls as well and they didn't like it. So I don't know if that's just me. Yeah. So like when I'm really passionate about things and I'm achieving things, I'm really going for it. As I feel like, oh, that's the only solution that, the way people could develop themselves. But yeah, there are other things as well. But I'm also open for other things, but I'm more leaning towards what's working for me. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Good.
Do you have any comments?
No, not really.
Yeah. Do you notice that though, that I do that? Yeah. Every year. It's like,
No, it's true. She literally does the vision board every year.
yeah, and I put them in Google Drive, everything.
You had like vision boards where like you wanted to cosplay like Wonder Woman. And you did it. Yeah, it was in her vision board. And then there was also a part of her vision board was like to get braces. And she did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're achieving that.
Oh, you do.
What the fuck, JM?
Sorry. No one noticed.
Okay.
Blurry eyes, guys. Blurry eyes, okay?
I mean, we did talk about having small eyes, but I didn't realize that.
Not blurry eyes. How do you not notice she has
It's also blurry.
Or maybe I did notice, but I forgot over time.
Okay. Yeah.
JM.
Please don't be mad at me.
Yeah, that's okay.
That was so shocking. I fainted in my eye.
Is this like on the same level when I realize I'm actually just Christian and not Catholic?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Same
Okay.
thing.
So this is a common
The
thing.
whole time you've known Kate, you never noticed the braces.
I don't know, probably because I don't really...
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright, let's see. Letitia has braces.
Does she?
Ah!
Oh, God.
Oh, yes, she does. Yes, she
Chloe
does.
Rick has braces.
No, he doesn't. You was going there because I was like, for a second, I was like,
No.
Mine does like a really clear picture of him with braces. And, oh, he does!
yeah, because I just immediately envision him with braces.
It's clear braces, by
Yeah,
the
but
way,
you can
guys.
see the
That's why you
wire,
can't
man.
see it. Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why. It's clear.
Oh, no, the wires.
It's not as prominent.
From a distance, I wouldn't notice them. But if I'm like sitting here,
Yeah.
No, here's the only reason why it would be excusable for you
Yeah.
to not notice. You look at Kate while you're talking, while you're talking, and then while she's talking to you, you turn your ear to her. To her.
oh yeah, I do quite because
Yeah.
I'm deaf in one ear, so I probably do that.
You do that.
Which ear?
I turn this ear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my left ear, I'm deaf in my left ear.
Okay.
So sometimes to hear people better, like I turn my
Yeah.
I turn my head
Okay.
and face the right ear to.
That makes sense. So JM
Fair
is
enough.
not stupid. JM is very smart, actually. One of the smartest people I know.
Yeah. Smart jam.
No, really.
I would agree with that. Okay, I think, Jane, would you like to read the last weakness?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so last weakness is overly empathetic.
Yeah.
Compassion is among this personality type's greatest strengths, but protagonists have a tendency to take on other people's problems as their own, a habit that can leave them emotionally and physically exhausted. I kind of agree. If I'm being honest, I do agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree.
I especially agree with it for Kate, because she's a counselor.
Yeah,
She has to take on
She
people's
has,
problems. It's her
exactly.
job.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
I think,
And then you literally got to deal with people dying. Nurse, yeah.
yeah, I totally agree with this one. Sorry. Because, so, like, for example, I'm closing a client. I get, I built that rapport with the client and I just feel like, I want to maintain that connection. And I have that urge to, like, maybe I should, like, add them on Facebook or, like, and be a little bit more personal. But then in a work environment, you don't really want to break that, boundary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I was like being overly kind of empathetic in that aspect, like wanting to really help them. But I feel like, yeah, you could also look at other services that can help them in that aspect, not just you, because like I like to do things all the time. Like I want to help them all by myself. When why would you do that if there's some services that are available as well to help them? I guess that's something that really spoke to me about that.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with that too, because I remember in one of my placements, actually, in an aged care facility, one of my partners, student nursing partners that was with me, they had an incident one morning where I think it wasn't their fault.
Yeah.
No, like it wasn't their fault. It was extremely busy and short staffed, and so it's just that kind of, because if you're a student nurse, there's like pressure that there's this stress that builds up, that okay, because we have to step up because we don't there's no one else, and we're taking a really long time. So they were this morning, this one morning, they were doing med rounds, and I think she the my partner almost gave the wrong medication.
Oh gosh.
It wasn't even like a serious one. It was just an eye drop that cleanses the eyes.
Yeah.
Like for dry eyes. This resident firmly, like, they were just berating my partner that morning, and it physically and emotionally overwhelmed her.
Yeah.
And like I kind of took that personally as well for me, because we've been working for we've been working together for a long time now, and I was just like, God, like this resident, it's just so like throughout, because we still had to stay there, we had to come back there for like another, because we were rotating around the wards. And so when we got back that for the last week, I was like extremely cautious to let them be with that resident and stuff like that. So and like being overly protective to the point where sometimes I got annoying to my partner, because I just wanted to avoid that happening, that effect again, having that incident having that effect again, and having that incident happen again to my partner.
You don't want.
And so so overly empathetic is probably I agree with that.
Yeah, and do you also find that I don't know about you, because you also work in that environment, with elderly people. But like I grew up with my grandmother, and then I didn't have much good, I guess, emotional relationship. Like she supported me in that way, but I always feel regretful that I didn't get to spend a lot of time with her before she passed. And so whenever I see an elderly or like an older people, I just feel teary. Or like if they don't look good, or like they look sick, or if I see homeless people, or especially elderly, it literally makes me cry.
Yeah.
It makes you emotional.
I do actually get emotional as well
Yeah.
when interacting with them, especially with residents who've got like something probably like an advanced dementia and into their 90s, and actually had this one. I think it did the one resident in my student nurse studies for now that affected me the most was when I had this one resident, very sweet, lovely woman, but she's got advanced dementia to the point where she's bedridden, and she was non-verbal, and her skin integrity was compromised. So like if you're not careful, you could easily wound her. And every morning I always like to go into her room and feed her breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
Because she has this even though she doesn't speak, she can still kind of understand me. And every time like I just like chat to her, and make some jokes. She's always got this beautiful smile. And I think it was probably June of this year when I was doing labs for one of my courses, that my lecturer for that lab was actually my facilitator during the placement. So they were with me on that placement, informed me that she had passed away.
Oh my
And
god.
that,
It's really bad.
and I just started to immediately remember like those
Memories.
those times, and that just
Yeah.
like really affected me.
Aw.
And I was just like, wow, I can't believe it. Like I was
Yeah.
like, like
Did you cry straight away?
Did
you cry?
I well, not really, because I tried to hold it off until like the end of the day, and then probably
yeah.
I did get emotional in the car,
Emotional, yeah.
because I started to remember all those times and saying that final goodbye at the end of that placement.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it is a tough it is a tough it was a tough situation, but yeah, I fully understand what you mean.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks for sharing. That's really hard to to talk about, especially when it gets you emotional. Sorry. Okay.
So he's really like bear the weight of like the people you look after.
In a way, yes. I mean, I've had like people tell me that you shouldn't get too attached to them,
Yeah.
but you can't help it.
They can't tell you to do that either. It's especially when you're like looking after these people.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
'Cause she's good.
Yeah.
She just had this like, she was just innocent, and
Yeah.
I was reading through her case file, and she used to be, I don't know, she used to be a dancer and stuff like that. And then seeing her in that situation, where
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
it's really just, it was heartbreaking when I got the news that she had unfortunately passed. I think it was a month before she that lecturer told me, and so it was quite tough to take in, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was. I think that's the.
Yeah.
So the protagonists, they would suit jobs like nursing, counselor, all these types of jobs that come on like looking after people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It comes with the passion.
Yeah, it comes with the passion. I mean,
Do you
everyone
want to
can.
read that bit? Sorry.
Everyone can do it, but yeah, I think protagonists, as you said, Jordan, will probably be more
Capable. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna read the rest to you guys so that you can just listen.
Strength.
Briefly.
Yeah.
All right. So receptive protagonists have strong opinions, but they're far from close-minded. They recognize the importance of allowing others to express themselves fully.
Yeah.
Even when protagonists don't agree with someone, they recognize that the person's right to voice their truth.
Mm-hmm.
And then reliable. Sorry, my throat's out.
It's alright.
Few things bother protagonists more than the prospect of letting down a person or cause that they believe in. People with this personality type can be counted on to see their promises and responsibilities through, even when it's difficult to do so. Passionate protagonists are far from being boring do-gooders. These types brim with interest, and they take great pleasure in pursuing their hobbies, whether that's hiking, cooking, dancing, growing houseplants, or something else entirely. As a result, they rarely find themselves at a loss for something interesting to do. Altruistic, these personalities are known for harboring a deep desire to be a force for positive change. Protagonists genuinely believe that if they bring people together, they can do a world of good. Charismatic, determined, and inspiring, protagonists often find their way into leadership roles, whether they're captain of their softball team or a leader on the world stage. They rarely lose sight of their main goal, to be of service to others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
No, wait, what? No, we agree on everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of it, yeah.
Yeah.
What don't you agree with?
No, I do agree.
Yeah.
Like,
What don't you agree with, JM?
I think that reliable part.
Which one stood out to you the most?
I think that reliable part stood out to me the most.
Yeah.
But because I'm quite worried of. I've got this constant worry of actually like upsetting people and letting people down.
Well, you upset me all the time.
Actually,
I don't think you're a protagonist anymore.
I would agree with that. I think you're actually really reliable. And we could call you
bro.
literally anytime and you'll be there.
Yeah. I called you to ask you about what hindot means, okay?
Oh God, please.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, we learned
just
a lot.
for those who don't understand what that word meant, I'm not gonna.
We're gonna put the definition on the screen right now.
He's just gonna say it. it got bleeped out.
Oh God.
It's the Google search results, but blurred.
So Kate, what stood out to what stood out to you the most?
I think the passionate one and altruism. You being altruistic, just having that selfless kind of mentality. I have to put others first before myself, which can be very overwhelming for me and can cause burnout and stuff like that. Like, I was a foreigner. I like to people please my employer. So, like, even when I feel sick, I don't take leave. I still feel like, oh, I have to do this. I have to go there. I don't want to let my employer down. I don't want to let my clients down, and stuff like that. So, I guess I was selfless just to put them first. I don't know.
Actually, I kind of agree with that too.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like I've got currently I've got bad back, and
Yeah.
I go, and
Of course.
I remember like
Know
the day after that, like I still went to
Went to work. Yeah. It's so
Taking a
relatable.
whole year off.
And I basically got. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah,
And then for
absolutely.
you too, yeah, I do agree. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry to like skip ahead in this, but like
Yeah.
I went to workplace.
Workplace.
Thanks to their emotional intelligence and social skills, protagonists can excel in nearly any people-oriented field,
Ooh.
such as HR, event management, recruiting, or public relations.
Relationship?
Relations. That said, they tend to feel especially motivated in positions where they can guide others to learn, grow, and become more independent. Many people with this personality type gravitate towards careers with an altruistic bent, such as social work, teaching, counseling, coaching, healthcare, or public interest law.
Oh, okay.
You two are in there.
Yeah, we're in there. Yeah.
Yeah, we found ourselves.
You're not even a nurse for like stereotype reasons. You're a nurse because that's what you're meant to be.
Amazing.
Amazing.
We're all amazing.
Mm.
For you, whitey.
Excellent.
They probably know the stereotype already.
Okay.
Tell a story about like how everyone just assumed you're a nurse.
Oh, yeah.
I want to hear the story actually.
And they're all white too.
Yeah. Molly, come on.
Okay.
By the way, this is Molly.
So I was at uni, and then I just finished like a lecture because it was probably the first day of a subject that I didn't want to be in. But anyway, I had a lot of like I guess friends that I became friends with a lot of like people at that time because of something that I did in the presentation. Anyway, so after the class, they were asking me, and actually they're guessing. They're saying, "Let me guess, are you a nurse?" And I was like, "No," and then they continued and they asked,
My God, the camera just cut out. Oh my God. Sorry, feels like the battery's running low.
"Oh gosh,
Okay,
is it still there?"
back to the story.
Back to the story.
And then they guessed again, engineer.
What?
And I was like, no. Why would I do engineer work?
What's next?
Yeah, because I think that particular subject, journalists, most of them are journalists.
Wow.
And yeah, so I think it was about communication or something. So like there's a mix of people. Yeah.
Anyway, babe, sorry to cut you short. The battery's about to die. Anyway, this has been a great episode of FSA Unplugged. It's been a great first
Oh,
episode.
are we ending this now?
We are. Because
Oh wait, can we just
No, it's red. You can see the battery thing flashing, babe.
What?
We'll end it.
Okay, okay, let me just one more question. How accurate would you say your personality type is?
100 and mine. Oh shit, mine's not.
Okay.
You too? Yes, me.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we did discuss. I was longer
Yeah.
than the campaigner. The campaigner.
Okay.
I am Vice President Jordan Bastun.
I am Kate Riguera, Guidance and Consulting Officer.
And I'm James Delava, the president. And this has been FSA
FSA Unplugged. See ya. Bye. Oh
Oh
God.
gosh.
Oh God.